Hey everyone, I am Fathima Thasni, a volunteer at Shivi Forensics. In this video, I will be explaining about bone maceration, an important process used in forensic anthropology and anatomy. It's the technique we used to clean bones and prepare complete skeleton for study, research, long-term storage, and museum display. So first, let's understand what bone maceration actually means. It's the process of cleaning bones carefully to get a complete skeleton that can be used for forensic or educational purpose. So the process includes six main steps, that is removing soft tissue, degreasing, bleaching, labeling, articulation, and finally storing the bones. The very first step is soft tissue removal. Here we take off all the muscles, fat, and skin from the bones without causing any damage. This can be done manually by soaking or even using insects that naturally eats away the flesh. Once the tissue is gone, the bones are ready for the next stage. In the soft tissue removal, there are few different methods used to complete maceration. The main ones are cold water, hot water, bug boxing, and enzyme maceration. Each method has its own time, technique, and results. Let's take a look at them one by one. The first one is cold water maceration. In cold water maceration, the remains are placed in a container filled with cold water. The water should be changed regularly to remove any smell or putrid liquid. A small amount of ammonia or laundry detergent can be added that helps in degreasing. After a few days or weeks, the tissues loosen and can be removed easily. Once done, rinse and let the bones dry completely. Next, hot water maceration. In this method, the bones are soaked in hot water to loosen the tissue faster. Larger bones are boiled gently, while the smaller or delicate bones are only smeared to prevent cracks. Adding ammonia or detergent help in degreasing. After cleaning, dry the bones thoroughly. This process is faster but need care to avoid damaging the bones. Now this one is quite interesting. It uses beetles. Adults and larval dermestys beetles feed on dried flesh and help to clean the bones. After removing most flesh, air dry the bones for 1 day or 2 days and place them in a bug box. A small pan of water is kept inside to maintain humidity. When the beetles are done, remove the bones. The cleaning time depends on temperature, bone size, and how many beetles are in the colony. Next, enzyme maceration. It uses enzyme like protease and lipase to digest leftover the tissue. The fleshed bones are placed in a solution containing trypsin or nutriase for several hours or days. At intervals, remove digested tissues using a brush and rinse under running water. Finally, dry the bone completely under the sunlight. This method avoids strong chemicals. Next, we need to remove the fat from inside the bones. This is called degreasing. Fat is mainly found in the marrow of long bones and it can cause odor or discoloration if not removed. This process uses solvents like ammonia acetone or enzyme detergents. We can drill one or two holes at the end of the bone shaft to allow degreasing, but it should be done carefully so we don't damage the specimen. Then soak the bones in the solution, check them regularly. Next, bleaching. It isn't compulsory, but it helps make bone appear cleaner and whiter. It also removes tiny bits of tissues and most of the remaining odor. Bleaching can be done naturally by placing bones under sunlight or chemicals using hydrogen peroxide. It gives us the final clean and fresh look to the skeleton. For chemical bleaching, we usually use 3 to 6% hydrogen peroxide or a spray 1 to 3% solution under a heat lamp. When the bubbling stops, bleaching is complete. The time needed depends on bone type and desired whiteness. After bleaching, rinse the bone with water and dry them properly before storage. Once the bones are clean, they must be labeled. Labeling is done by writing or tagging each bones for easy identifications. Make sure not to cover any important anatomical details. Proper labeling also prevent mixing up left and right bones. Now comes bone articulation, which means joining bones back together before storing or displaying. Disarticulated bones can be righted together or joined with storing loose. This helps create complete skeleton for teaching, research or museum display. After preparations, bones are stored safely in labeled bags or boxes. For museum display, they can also be mounted inside perspex cases. Proper storage keeps the bones safe from dust and humidity and also help to maintain their quality for long-term uses. Bone maceration has many uses. It's essential in forensic anthropology for facial reconstruction and identification. It also used in archaeology and genetic to study ancient or modern skeleton. In education, it helps students learn anatomy in details using real bone structure. So it's a vital technique across multiple scientific fields. So, to wrap up, bone maceration is a systematic process that starts with the tissue removal, then cleaning, degreasing, bleaching, labeling, articulation, and storage. Each stage plays an important role in preparing clean, preserved skeleton for study and research. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you to understand the process of bone maceration. Thank you.